The Kettleers made their longest trip of the season so far to Brewster today to meet the 0-2 Whitecaps and try to hand them another L. However, the path towards a W got off to a shaky start, as the Kettleers made 3 errors in the bottom of the first, including 2 E6s on one play by shortstop Adam Oviedo that allowed 2 Brewster runners to score. However, if the Kettleers have proven one thing during their first few games of the season, it's been their resiliency. With the bases loaded in the top of the second after 2 walks and a single, a hit by pitch on batter Nick Gonzalez brings Aubrey Major home for the first run. And Cotuit would continue to light up the diamond, as a triple by Mason Dodd on the next at-bat cleared the bases and quickly turned Cotuit's 2-run deficit into a 2-run lead.
Gonzalez, Pasek already scored, and he will get into third. Standing up does Mason Dodd on an absolute laser to center field.
And a pass ball later in the inning would bring Dodd sliding home from third to give Cotuit a 5-2 lead through 2. Cotuit showed no mercy, starting off the third inning with 2 consecutive singles to make it first and third, and then utilizing the smart base running strategy of Coach Roberts to pull off their second double steal of the season to bring the runner home from third for a 6-2 lead. And barring the first inning misplays, Cotuit wouldn't give Brewster an inch on defense as well, with plays like a long run and catch from center fielder Cameron Hill to prevent an extra base hit in the third. Cotuit would get another run in the 6th off of a fielder's choice with the bases loaded. The Kettleers went into the 9th with a commanding 7-2 lead, but Casey Schmidt said, "I'll give us one more," as he roped a solo shot over the left field wall, the Kettleers' 4th of the season.
For Casey leaves the yard, and it is 8-2 Cotuit here in the top of the 9th.
That's one way to start it off and try and finish strong. Casey Schmidt, his first home run of the season.
Along with Schmidt's homer, the Kettleers added one more defensive web gem to their inventory with a stellar diving catch from left fielder Aubrey Major in the bottom of the 9th. With an 8-2 win in Brewster, the Kettleers put on another clinic in scoring, showing why they have the best on-base percentage and run differential in the league right now. With this win, their record goes to 3-1, and they hope to keep the Bats hot at home versus Harwich tomorrow. And here's what Coach Roberts, Cody Pasek, and Mason Dodd had to say after the game.
Coach, the team struggled a bit early, a few errors, a few hitting mistakes, things like this. How do you think they responded later in the game?
Well, I think scoreboard's obvious how they responded. Does Mike Roberts like the start of that ball game? No, Mike Roberts does not. 2 routine ground balls in the infield that we didn't handle well, and we're a lot more talented than that. And so that, does that disappoint me? But we're fortunate to come back. I think what the guys have to learn, you might be able to do that now in the league, but 2 weeks from now, you might not be able to do that because the league will be a lot stronger at that time. So, but I'm appreciative. I thought our pitching was really good. All 3 guys that went out today threw the ball really well, and those were 2 unearned runs in the first inning. So they threw the ball great. And offensively, we got the ball in the outfield, got it deep a little bit, and got a big hit out of Dodd, and that big hit out of Dodd kind of got us out front.
Exactly. Offensively, 25 runs in the last 3 games. What's been impressing you most with your team in that span?
I just think, again, driving the ball in the outfield. This league now is and kind of like pro baseball, is not a ground ball league. You got to get the ball in the outfield. And, my neck's hurting because we got a big group of guys, and all I'm doing is looking up. These guys are men. Yep. Yeah, it's a large group of guys. But I'm thankful for them, and, I like this group. I'm really enjoying. I'm just kind of watching them play, and I want to do that. I really don't want to coach a lot. I just want to watch them play, and I think they're pretty talented. So we just enjoy watching them play.
So Cody here got his first start today at catcher. Cody's from Cotuit. Just what's it like playing for your hometown team?
It's kind of surreal. It's always been a dream to play for the hometown team, and I'm just happy to be here, happy to be out here, and play for Coach.
The other night in your very first at bat in the Cape League, you got a knock. How did that feel?
Crazy. I think the only person I heard in the stands was my mom. So I think she liked it more than me. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was an awesome feeling. Being from hometown, and I don't know. Yeah, surreal.
And what was it like getting your first start today behind the plate?
Oh, I've been itching for it. I'm just happy to be back there. It's where I feel comfortable, and I was just happy I could show them what I got today.
Mason, you've had a great start to the season. You were the MVP last night on the dance floor, and you're the MVP for me today with that base clearing triple. How you feeling?
I feel good. I finally got comfortable in the box, seeing the ball well, so just trying to put a barrel on it and see what happens, and good things are happening. So.
You go to Belmont Abbey, a smaller school compared to some of the Kentuckys, the SECs. Have you been intimidated by the step up in competition? Because you definitely haven't looked like it. So.
I mean, baseball's baseball, man. I mean, everybody's got to throw the ball. I mean, pitcher's got to throw it across the plate, and all I got to do is just hit it. So, it's just baseball.